there, it's Candace, and welcome back to the 30,000 Footview podcast. This is the show for the entrepreneur who is out there hustling to be a part of that 1% club or the employee looking to climb the corporate ladder. This show will help you to look at the bigger picture so that you can plant seeds today and watch them bloom tomorrow. All right, guys, let's go be great. What's up, guys? It's Candace. I am your host of the 30,000 Footview podcast. Welcome back to another episode. Today, we are going to jump right into it. It is Friday. You're probably on your way to work. Maybe you're already in the office, or just maybe you're that lucky individual that is at home. You're still in bed, but you're getting ready to get your day started. So you are listening to my show. I'm so excited. So today, you guys, we are going to talk about what to do when the stands are empty. Okay. And when I say that, what I'm talking about, the stands are empty. There's nobody around. There's nobody supporting you. There's nobody cheering for you. Nobody is rooting you on. Okay. The stands are empty. You are a party of one. What in the world do you do? Okay. So this can be looked at from a couple different perspectives, right? You are an entrepreneur. Nobody's buying your product. Nobody's wanting to work with you. Nothing, okay? You are in corporate America, and it always feels like somebody is working against you instead of with you. Nobody supports the decisions you make. Nobody offers to help you. It's always a solo act. Even though you are not in an individual contributor role, you are still doing all the work. Nobody ever asks, are you okay? Do you need help? What can I do for you today? It is always, what can you do for me today? I know I'm not the only one that feels that way sometimes, right? Right? Okay. And it also can be looked at from a standpoint of, maybe nobody supports your relationship. Nobody supports your decisions on how you parent, how you just live your life in general. I mean, the scenarios we could go on and on about, right? But what I want to talk about in particular is when it comes to your career and your business. What do you do when there's nobody? It appears that there is nobody out there supporting you. Okay. So let's start with first thing. I've come up with 3 kind of rules that I live by when it comes to this, because no matter where you are in your career, where you are in your business, you have experienced some type of negative mindset that you feel as though you were out to sea by yourself. No boat, no paddle. You're just floating along, waiting to see if a shark comes and swallows you up, right? But what you have to think about is these 3 things, okay? First things first, we're going to have a little truth bomb real quick. I'm going to have a little come to Jesus conversation with you, and I want you to listen to me clearly, very clearly. Turn the volume up if you need to, okay? Come close, okay? Come close. Who in the world cares? Who cares if nobody is supporting you, okay? Because at the end of the day, you didn't do this for somebody else. You started doing whatever it is that you're doing because you wanted to do it for you. I wanted to start a business for myself because I knew that the business that I started was going to help not only myself, but help my immediate family. I chose the career path in corporate America because that's what I saw for myself. That's something that I loved and that I had a passion about. I did it for myself. The benefits of what came along with that helped my family. But at the end of the day, I made those decisions for myself. So if nobody else supports it, that's okay. Okay? Who cares? Okay? I'm going to make a t-shirt that says who cares. Would y'all buy it? Okay, I'm just joking. But I'm probably not. Anyways, who cares whether or not you have people lined up on both sides of the fence saying, "Go Candace, oh my gosh, give me everything you're selling," or "Oh my gosh, you're doing such an amazing job today." Like, we don't have to worry about Kris Jenner, okay? "Oh my God, you're doing amazing, sweetie." Like, I don't need that. And at the end of the day, neither do you. So the other thing that I think is really important is to understand you're probably not going to have your family and your close friends support you. That is a harsh reality that I daily try to get so many people to understand. "Oh my gosh, my mom won't buy anything for me. Oh, my friends, they've just totally left me on red." That's fine, because here's the thing. The people that are the closest to you are the people that, for some odd reason, don't understand you, but at the same time, they want the best for you, but they don't know why they're against whatever it is that you're doing. They just have probably a preconceived notion about whatever it is that you're doing. They have Googled and researched and read everything bad that could possibly go wrong with this business venture, with the company you're joining, with the position you're taking, with the amount of travel you're doing, like every possible negative scenario that is out there on the interwebs, right? They have that in their head and they want to protect you from it, but at the same time, it comes off as if they're not being supportive. So what I always tell people is, if your family and close friends don't support you, that's fine. Go find some new friends. Okay, go find some new friends. And I'm not saying get rid of your current friends, but you just meet people where they are. If they're not supportive of you, then that's fine. You just know that about them. You know that they're not that person that's going to buy what you're selling. They're not going to join your organization. They're not going to cheer for you to get that next promotion. They're probably not going to go with you when you level up in that next promotion. That's okay. You know where they are. You know where they stand. You meet them where they are. Okay. Now, I'm not saying throw the whole friendship away. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying go throw your mama, your cousin, your brother away. That's not what I'm saying. You just have to understand and see them for what they are and where they are. Very simple. We still love them. We just love them differently. But you've got to figure out a way to get new people in your circle. Now, I know that there's songs out there and there's always the saying, "No new friends, no new friends." No, I want all the new friends. I never want to be the smartest person in the room. I never want to be the most organized person in the room. I never want to be the only one talking in the room. I don't want to be the only one seen in the room. Okay. If I am all of those things, then what am I learning? I'm not learning anything. I need to be pulling from other people. I need to be growing from other people and being around other people, having conversations with other people, just picking up on things that otherwise I wouldn't be exposed to. So I'm always about, yes, new friends. Okay. Yes, I need to learn new perspectives. I need to get more diverse in different areas. And the only way that you're going to do that is if you expand your circle. Now, there is a very, very distinct difference in having acquaintances and having friends, okay? When it comes to matters of business, when it comes to matter of you and your personal business or your job, your career, when you're working for another organization, you have to have acquaintances in order to be able to reach the goals that you set for yourself. Even if you are in an individual contributor role, there is no way that you can be successful 100% by yourself. That's just not possible. I would love for someone to show me a role and an organization where that is possible, because I challenge you that you can't. Some way, somehow, you are sending emails to another individual. You are making phone calls to somebody else. You are having to travel somewhere else. You're having to get approval for something for somebody else. Therefore, without all of those things, your process is stalled until they give you whatever. So you cannot be 100% successful by yourself. So you need to make acquaintances. You need to have a working relationship with all parties, okay? If you are working for an organization, whether publicly traded or privately held, you need to have contacts and connections across the country, across the entire footprint of that organization, and on the outside. You got to have relationships with key vendors and contractors and customers, all kinds of different things in order to do your job and to do your job well. Just like if you're running your own business, you need those same connections. You need to have a good rapport with potential customers and business partners, and even like side sisters, side brothers, other people within your same industry that you can bounce ideas off of, you can ask questions about, you can partner up and travel together, whatever. But again, you have to have those connections. So I always encourage people that when you are trying to figure out, why is my circle so small? Why is nobody supporting me? Why is there just nobody around? Reevaluate the circle. Okay, you do not have to be friends, but you do need to reevaluate your circle and grow that circle. You have to be able to grow your reach. And the only way you're going to do that is if you start networking with people that you would not normally network with. Now, I do believe that you should have things in common with these people, but you don't have to be 100% like, oh, let's be best friends, or have the exact same interest, but there has to be a common goal. There has to be that common denominator that would make your paths cross. So I definitely encourage you to grow your network, okay? Because then your network equals your net worth down the road, okay? I know some people hate that saying, but I love it. And another thing, which is actually my last point. So I've got my three simple rules that I follow when people say, oh my gosh, nobody supports me. Number one, who cares? Remember why you started what you started and why you took the position you did, why you started the business you did. Whatever you are doing, at one point in time, there was something that was fueling the passion. Okay. You wanted to do it because of something within you. So remember why you started. Number two, you need new friends. You need new acquaintances. You need new potentials. You need new business partners. You need new faces. You need new opinions. You need new voices. You need new ideas. The only way that you're going to get those things is if you are properly and constantly networking. You have to grow your network. And then the last thing is, you have to establish a mission statement for yourself. If you are in business for yourself, I absolutely challenge every single business owner that maybe listen to this podcast. You need to establish two things. You need to establish a mission statement, and you need to establish core values that you live, breathe, eat, sleep by every single day when you are running your organization. Because no matter how small scale or large scale your business is that you're running, there are just some things that are non-negotiables about how you will go about running your business. And I use this example with my personal team and my independent business. I use this example all the time. Yes, there are people at the top. There are people that are crazy, rich. They have made a lot of money doing what they're doing. They're good at what they do. However, just because they did it one way and made it to the top does not mean that is the only way to make it to the top. That does not mean it's the only way that you can be financially stable and make an impact with your family. There are other ways to do it. I don't necessarily agree with how so-and-so does this, how they interact with this, how they word this, how they say this, how they treat this. That's fine. There's a different way to do it. And I choose to run my business a little different than most. And it may take me a little longer to get to the point that I want to get, but I'm doing it the way I want it. I'm doing it with integrity. I'm doing it with, having my customers and potential business partners have their trust in me, and I'm doing it the right way. I'm presenting my business the way I want to. And that's part of my non-negotiables. Okay. I have established core values that I go through my head every single day, and a mission statement for my business and for my brand. I think every person who is in business for themselves need to establish that. And it needs to be established day one before you go live. If you do not have that, I definitely encourage you to do that. Same thing goes for if you are working for another company or organization as an employee and you don't know what the core values are. And if you don't know what the mission statement is, you need to find out tomorrow. Okay, I know it's Friday. You probably want to do as little work as possible, but that needs to be first and foremost. If you have an employee handbook, pull it out, figure out what the mission statement is. If it's not in the handbook, then email your HR representatives, me, and figure out what the company's mission statement is. If your company's mission statement does not align with your personal values and your personal statement and your personal views and what you think is right, moral, ethical, then maybe it's time to reevaluate the organization that you are currently working for. I'm not telling you to go into your boss's office and say, hey, here's my 2-week notice, I'm out. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is it's very hard to work for an organization that you don't believe the same things that they believe in when it comes to the core principles of how you run a business. It is very difficult to, like I said before, be successful. And it's very, very hard to be happy in the role that you're doing. The worst thing ever is being unhappy and feeling like you're stuck. I always tell people, and I've told my husband this, and I've told my friends this, I don't care how much money a position pays me. If I am not happy, I'm not happy. If Sunday night rolls around and I am dreading going to bed at night because I know the next thing to follow is that Monday morning and I'm going into a job that I hate, I'm going into a job with people that I don't like, people I don't trust, people I don't care for, and people that I know that don't have my back or have my best interest at heart, that's hard. That is a very hard pill to swallow. And quite frankly, I won't do it. So I will never put my family in a position to where me making a decision because I'm unhappy with their role is going to impact my family financially. However, I will be smart enough to start planting seeds in order to get out of a negative situation, to get out of an organization that doesn't serve me, to get out of a position that doesn't serve me, and to get out of an environment that doesn't serve me. Now, don't get me wrong. Anybody that I know, from my current company, I'm not saying that I'm unhappy. I'm simply delivering a message. If you are ever in a position where you feel stuck, where you feel unhappy, you do not agree with a company's morals, their values, their mission statement, their just overall presence in what they are portraying in the marketplace, you know what? Maybe you need to reevaluate whether you truly are still a fit for that organization. Maybe you were once upon a time, but then maybe you've evolved, you've changed. Maybe the company's gone in a different direction. That happens from time to time. And, I know our company, my current company, we, in the last year or so, we reevaluated our mission statement. It's like, hey, we have changed a lot over the years. What we once did, was so small scale. We were thinking so small. It's time that we think bigger because we have grown by leaps and bounds. We need to really take things to the next level. We've got to up our game for how we want to be, represented in the marketplace. Let's reevaluate who we are, what we stand for, and what we want to be known as. And that's what we did. Everybody has to rebrand and reevaluate everything in their life, in their business, in their personal life, every now and then. And I think that is 100% fine. It is totally okay, and it has to happen. So when you feel like you have nobody out there supporting you, there is nobody in your corner, there is nobody cheering you on, nobody wants to see you win, first and foremost, know that you have to want yourself to win. You have to know that you're successful. You have to know that you're going to be successful and you're going to continue to be successful. And first of all, you have to know that you can be. You would not have started on your journey. You would not have accepted a job with an organization as an employee if you didn't think you could do the job. You would not have gone out and taken that leap of faith to start a business if you thought that you would fail. Nobody does it thinking they're going to fail. So you believed in yourself first. you have to continue believing in yourself. There are always going to be hard days going into the office. There are always going to be hard days running your business. It's a matter of how you push through those days that are going to determine how you come out on the other side. If you don't have people around you that are supporting you, get you some new people. There is a tribe out there for everybody. I am a firm believer in that. If you do not have people that genuinely want to see you win and that do not have your best interest at heart, okay, find some new people. Find some new people. And then last of all, do not forget that you have to stand for something. And I think it's very important to identify what that mission is and what that purpose is. Put it on paper, store it somewhere, whether if it's a planner or a notebook, or put it in your phone, in the note section of your phone, have it on your screensaver on your phone, have it on the screensaver of your laptop, somewhere where it's constantly in your face, you are reminded of it daily, and you know you are in the right place, you're doing the right things, and you're doing it for the right reason. You know what you stand for. Do not let anybody push you off your rocker. Don't let anybody change your mind. Don't let anybody tell you that you're not doing things for you. You're not doing things the right way, because you absolutely are. You designed this. You created the mission statement. You created the values. So you are going to live, you're going to breathe, you're going to sleep, you're going to eat them. That's what you're going to do, because you're so hungry and so passionate about what you're doing. You're passionate about that job. You're passionate about your coworkers. You're passionate about your company, and you're passionate about the future and the legacy that you're building. At the end of the day, that's what this all boils down to. So you guys, if the stands are empty, that's okay. It's just empty today. It's not always going to be that way. We all have to go through those short-term sacrifices to get to the long-term payoffs. Dave Ramsey, folks, I know you know that. Anyways, don't worry about what it looks like today. You have to put in the work. There's going to be those slow months. There's going to be those hard days. You're going to leave crying. Whether maybe you leave the office crying or you leave the building crying, it doesn't matter. That is just temporary, because you are going to build a legacy and an empire that is so grand that everyone is going to know your name. Everyone's going to know your brand. Everybody's going to know your product line, and everybody is going to be wanting you to succeed. So guys, don't get discouraged if people aren't knocking down your door, wanting to buy whatever you're selling, join whatever you're doing, or, apply for a position within your organization. It is okay. So I don't want you all to get down on yourselves and just beat yourselves up, because I promise you guys, tomorrow will be brighter and everybody can win. Okay. There's room for everybody. You will always hear me say that, because I truly believe it. And if you don't have somebody supporting you, just know I support you. All right, guys, that is it for today's episode. I hope you got some little golden nuggets to take away and apply to your everyday life, whether it is that 9-to-5 you're going into, or it is that new empire that you are building from the ground up. Whatever it is, I want you to go be great, and I want you to be the best version of yourself. Do not forget, if you want to listen to this, it is available on all platforms. You can also go and see show notes at thebigBlueDebutante.com/30,000 Foot View podcast. All right, guys. I can't talk now. I've literally been talking for so long. I get tongue-tied at the very end. But all right, guys, do not forget to share this episode, share my station with everybody. I would love to have some people join the fam. And you all know new episodes drop every single Friday morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you have something to listen to get your day started. All right, guys, I will talk to you soon. Bye.